Hey guys, it's Ann popping on behind my apron tonight, and it says we're live. So hopefully you guys are snowed in, you're comfortable, you're warm, but maybe you're wondering what's for dinner. I know that's kind of what we were thinking. So I am going to show you a quick air fry dinner tonight. And the first one's probably pretty funny because actually I am using leftover ends of bags. Whoops, where'd my camera go? So, do you ever have the ends of bags like you didn't pull out all the French fries or you didn't pull out all the tater tots for some reason? Well, that happens here once in a while. So, tonight we're going to finish the French fries and tater tots in the air fryer. But I'm also actually cooking our protein in the air fryer tonight, and I am doing bacon wrapped pork tenderloins. And I wanted to show you and make this recipe with you because it's so easy and it's a lot of fun. So I don't know if you guys have a Quick Star where you're at, but if you live local, we have a Quick Star, and it's amazing the things you can find in there. They're really marketing themselves as a neighborhood convenience location. And once in a while, these are on special, and they're on special for like 99 cents or less. And I love them. It is a bacon wrapped pork tenderloin piece. So I'm going to cut them open, obviously with my handy dandy kitchen shears, which I absolutely love. And when I buy these on special, I just put them in the freezer because they're great to grill too. But, you know, in the midst of this snowstorm, I am not going outside to grill. So just pop them out of the package. And I have in my tray here, well, this one's kind of funny. It's losing part of its bacon piece, but that's okay. I have some olive oil already in this coating tray. So I'm just going to put them both in the olive oil and coat both sides of them. And these are really slick. You can do the same recipe on a pork chop if you want to do that in your air fryer instead of this pork loin piece. Wow, I don't remember the bacon coming off like that before. But that's okay because you're going to see how I'm seasoning them. I'm just wrapping them back up. So I'm going to put both of them there. And I'll just use this towel quick. But I want both sides to have a little bit of olive oil on them. So that's what I'm doing with this. And so I'm trying to keep moving this so you guys will be able to see it. And then all of these, can you see all of these toppings? All kinds of things are going on the top of it. So I'll try to pull them into the view when we're going. And actually, just a second, I'm going to have you pop over there and grab me the recipe sheet that's laying on the counter. And I forgot to grab the proportions, so I want to do it right. But the first two things I did is I've already put 2 tablespoons of brown sugar in here. And you guys, these are the coating trays. So currently you would see coating trays that are gray in color, but these happen to be white. They're a past season, but it's okay. So I have 2 tablespoons of brown sugar already in here. And then the next thing it says I need is a tablespoon of paprika. So I'm using the Easy Read adjustable measuring spoons. And again, this is not picky, so it's okay that I'm spilling a little bit of the paprika here. Whoa, not quite that much. But I want a tablespoon in with the brown sugar. And then the next thing I want is a teaspoon of seasoning salt. Love our seasoning salt from our line. So I'm just sliding the measuring spoon into the right proportion for where it says. So I want a teaspoon of it. So that's what I'm going to measure of the seasoning salt, or something close, okay? And then I want the same with black pepper. So I'm going to put this about the same teaspoon of black pepper. Then I also need a teaspoon of the Dijon mustard, which, you guys, this is also in our pantry line from Pampered Chef, and I love this. So take the mustard. So those were all the teaspoons. So it's 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, but then teaspoons of paprika, seasoning salt, pepper, and ground mustard. And then it's going to go down to a half a teaspoon of onion powder and garlic powder. So my last 2 things that I have here. So we're going to get a little garlic powder, and we're going to get a little onion powder. And then it is pretty important that you get this blended really well. So I just like to use a flat mini whipper. I don't know why I cannot keep this staying with my voice. Crazy. But flat mini whipper. So I'm blending all of the sugars with all the seasonings really, really well. And then we're going to coat both sides plus the bacon. So I actually start by rolling it so that I get the bacon coated first. So you have a mixture that looks a little bit like this. So dang this thing. Oh, hey, Christina is just popped on here. Christy, I got to tell you, you guys, she told me about an app, and actually she put it on Facebook, but an app called Supercook, I think, where you can actually tell the app what ingredients you have on hand, and then it tells you what recipes you can make with what you have left in your kitchen or pantry. I absolutely love that. Okay, I have all my seasonings here. Also, you might not have noticed this, but on the air fryer, let's see if this will let me pull this out. So this is an accessory piece. So this actually is called a mess catcher. So it has a silicone tray, and you put it right in where you would put a cooking tray. So I'm going to put it right there. So it will actually just helps the cleanup be a little bit easier. So I'm going to go back to these pork pieces, and I'm going to make sure I have both sides covered in olive oil. And then I'm going to, remember I said I was going to roll them first. And so take your bacon piece, try to keep it where it's supposed to be, and roll that into the seasonings. The reason you do that first is because then it's easier to coat it. So you see it's got quite a crusting coating on it. And then coat the top and the bottom. So this is what it's looking like. You have lots of seasoning. Put it right on your air fryer cooking tray. I'm just going to tuck that bacon up a little bit better. Take the other one. Again, roll the bacon side first, so it's really well coated. And then the top and the bottom. Put it on your coating tray. And then just literally slide the tray in. Oops, because I just knocked it off my slot. Slide the tray in. Shut the door. It would help if I could wash my hands off quick. But when you work on the dial of the air fryer, there are 6 options for you: air fry, bake, roast, rotisserie reheat, and dehydrate. And this recipe, I am doing it with the air fry setting. And so you turn it till the air fry is lit up. If you guys can see that over here when it comes back into the screen for you. I don't know why it's not following me where it needs to be. Then you rotate your time to 7 minutes. I'm going to move this so you guys can see what I'm doing. Drives me crazy. So I have moved it to 7 minutes. It's on air fry because it's 400 degrees. And then you just hit the start button. And then at the end of 7 minutes, you will turn over the pork tenderloins. And I might actually rotate them tonight, and I'll move the leftover bag of tater tots and French fries inside, and I'll lower that and I'll flip them over. And then just check them with your quick digital thermometer and make sure that they're the temperature doneness that you want. Let them set for a couple minutes before you serve them for dinner. So just another super fast way. You guys can do this with chicken in the air fryer. You can do steak in the air fryer. I've had a lot of people tell me they're doing their meatballs in the air fryer. So super quick, and then you just pull out all the trays and throw them in the dishwasher. So cleanup's a breeze too. So really just a fun, fast thing to do on a snowy night. And I know some of you have gotten the air fryer, but like you're just reheating things on it. And you guys, come on, there's so many other things that you can be doing. So I just wanted to let you know, and I will put the seasoning proportions out back in a comment for you too. So if you're cooking something tonight, let us know in the chat. I always love to know what everybody else is making. And if you have any other air fryer questions, because you have it, let me know that too. But we love that thing. It's been a great new appliance in our kitchen over the last year and a half. And oh, we're just getting a comment about steak. Steak is incredible in here, so tender and done perfectly. So have fun, happy cooking for a Friday night.